What are we doing?
Hunting.
For?
Elks.
Where are we at?
Classified.
Good answer. It is 5:20 in the morning. We're here plenty early, which is just the way I would have preferred it. So no stress there. It's our first day elk hunting in our usual haunts. So road bugling my way up. I have no idea who's up the road and camped where. Sometimes I open the door and I can hear a generator running, and that kind of turns me off of my game plan. But as for now, it's the first cold day of September. We had record highs last week. I went to Colorado on a limited quota tag. Regardless of all that, it was very hot here, like 94 degrees down in the bottom. So first cold day, but we have a full moon either today or tomorrow is the actual full moon, which I don't like that much. So I'm going to get after it. She doesn't even have her boots on. I usually have to ask about 6 or 7 times before she tries to lace them up. So here goes nothing. Everyone somewhere. It's kind of like behind me. Can't tell. We're fogged in a little. I know you can't tell. It almost looks like snow, but I don't think it is. It's just foggy. All right, I'm going to hit him again in a little bit and see if I can't pinpoint him. I don't think the phone would have picked that up. Well, we're driving back down the road. I again don't think that the phone could pick that up. I don't think anything could have picked it up, especially with the little bit of wind.
I'll vouch it was real.
Yeah, that was a real bugle. He hit it twice. I checked him again after about 5 minutes and he hit it again. So I think I've got him pegged. The wind is a little bit stronger than it said it would be. It said it'd be like a 3-mile-an-hour south wind. So I figured there'd be a lot of thermal action. Well, up here on top, it's blowing. It's gusting pretty good. I mean, it'll be somewhat calm and then gust to 10, 15 miles an hour or so, but it's from the south. The only real way I had known from previous hunts is to access it from the south, and in that case the wind would be going right to him. So we're circling around him, be pretty close to him right off the bat, and I'm going to try to attach the GoPro to my pack before I leave, because the camera lady said that she's not coming. She's going to nap in the truck. Bye.
Go do the thing.
You gonna be good here?
I'm gonna take the best snooze I've ever taken.
I'll be back between sunrise and 2 in the afternoon. Kiss. Stupid is as stupid does. I think I did that pretty perfect. Jeez, hold on. I got to I thought I was like 60, but I ranged him after he busted and he was 67, so probably like 40 yards from him, 45. And he heard me, took off, and stopped behind some trees. There's like at least 2 more mature bulls in here. So I'm off and sweating, going through. That doesn't look that bad, but this steep ass jungle. Just like always. Probably a good thing Mackenzie's not with me at this point. Cows, but I believe a bull over here. We've got a bull in here. Smaller bull, I think. Right there. At this point, I quickly make my way towards that bull bugling below me. I, of course, didn't know how many elk were there, and as I worked my way in, I found myself in one of those situations where the wind is perfect and the elk have no idea I'm there. I'm quickly surrounded by elk and really think that I'm capturing some awesome footage here. By the time I realize I'm doing nothing but videoing my hands, I'm able to get on this last cow as she works her way in front of me.
I ranged a tree at 35. Had cows as close as probably within 20. I looked down a couple times and it looked like the camera was focused on my bow. I almost got excited and felt my cow tag, but it's quite the jaunt in here, so I'm going to let them move off. That bull came, I mean, he was probably 60. I just couldn't get one through there. One calf's right here, but I think everything else is moving off to bed. Full moon. Said I hated him. Awesome morning.
After taking that last video clip on my phone, I stand there for a second, collect myself, and let everything calm down from the little bit of calling that I did make trying to get that bull within range. After that, I'm back on the trail of his bugles and chasing elk up the mountain.
This is one of those mornings you dream about. I wish my wife was here to experience it. It's 8 o'clock. I haven't quite except to let elk pass. Got the wind mostly in my face. Chasing bugles. Getting exhausted. But loving it. Well, I think I finally lost him. Plain. I just couldn't keep contact with him in here. I'd kind of, be moving too fast through the trees to be comfortable and think I was gaining ground and they'd be the exact same distance away. So I'd do the same thing, exact same distance away. And the one time I heard him kind of below me, I thought I could get above, stay above and somewhat get in front of him. I saw a satellite bull. I don't even remember if I was recording that. Noticed my GoPro was on picture burst mode the whole time, except for the very end. I think I got one bugle on it, but regardless, it's 8 something, and the sun's just starting to peek through the trees. What a morning. Holy crap. Under this hat, I'm sure I'm sweating like a fool, but what a welcome back. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna come hunt here, just with all my other plans, and it's still good. There was at least 3 bulls, probably 4 bulls bugling this morning. So I'm gonna probably work my way out of here. The only 2 real good bedding places are places I can see them hiding besides on this ridge itself is a long ways away and a big canyon away, or right above me. I don't think they're right above me because last I heard he was below me, but it's a north-facing little flat spot that could hold him or another bull. So since I've lost him, that's what I'm gonna try. somehow I was just trying to make it to where Mackenzie didn't have to climb a freaking 100-foot hill. So we took a different way in, and the further I get into it, the more unhappy with it I am. Thought it would kind of bust more into a point, and it hasn't. We heard what I'm pretty sure was one bugle. Now we've got P, that's a cow. But the elk are back in here, and the wind's not even perfect either. It's kind of downhill like it should be, but it seems to be hitting us in the back as we go this way. So I'm just not thrilled with it. It's going to turn into, instead of climbing a 100-foot hill to start, it's going to cause me to have to sprint around 400 feet of elevation to get the wind right. Move up a little further and try and get the party started. Move on them from there is all we can do. Exact spot as yesterday. We could have been on them by now. Five or 6 point.
We were just walking, kind of carelessly.
5 point.
And this guy just staring at us.
He's still right there.
Yeah, I saw his tights. Come on.
What we never capture is that there's another bull across the canyon that keeps bugling more so than the one that we just spooked. That's why we were headed that way a little bit carelessly. I can't get a rise out of him to get a perfect pinpoint, but we decide to go for it anyway. This gets pretty high paced quickly and maybe even a little confusing. What you don't see is that we've now crossed the canyon and we're on the same side as that bull. What you also don't see is that this ridge that he's on just kind of slowly turns and makes a corner. It's almost a round tabletop, if you will. So we know that there's a dead zone where we can't hear him and he can't hear us. So we're continually kind of working our way around that corner in hopes to find him.
What does that mean?
Well, it sounded like a location bugle to me, which is asking where other elk are, but I kind of tried to challenge him. That's what he responded with. I'm probably wrong, but
That sounds right, actually.
he might be just asking what, what now, but we gotta go. That's the same ball.
I don't know either.
proponent of not calling your way in. I don't know how natural that is, and especially on these, general season public land bulls. And I also realize that that's exactly what it looks like we're doing here. What gets lost in editing all this is just how far we're walking in between calls. What I'm trying to do is really get in that bull's bubble when I make the call, when I bugle at him. That's not exactly how it works out, as he seems to be going away from us and wrapping around the same ridge, so he's just kind of leading us along. But that's the game plan, is to get as close as I can, bugle in his face, and hope to create a fight.
I see his legs or something. He's shaking. He's raking.
I see him up there. Sneak up, honey. Just stay right here.
Try your GoPro if you can.
He's right here, right here.
Okay, okay.
Don't move.
Oh, I see him. I can smell him.
was, oh, I exploded during we came down this little, like just a little mini drainage, and that, like, I'm like, this is the spot. And that whole tree, like, it's a freaking huge dead tree. The limbs are as high as these trees. I'm like, I'll never get I can't vehicle from here, even though I feel like this is the spot. So we kind of chanced it, got around that dead tree. That's when we, the raking stuff.
Right.
And I just figured I could get closer while he was
Distracted.
And
Pissed
I
off.
just don't know what triggered him, if he was just coming to where we were raking from, or if he heard us walking in here. But he never seemed to look. He always seemed to be where I called from last. Sometimes you put the pieces together just the way it did. I gotta be. Wow. Oh my God.
That was awesome.
I'm glad we went for it.
Me too.
I was honestly sitting up there, I'm like, it's Sunday, Mackenzie's gotta be home. There's really not much going on. Then this bull cracked off just one time. I was like, okay. I think there were two.
I was gonna say, I don't
The
think
other
this
bull
is the
didn't
one.
sound it. That was the other part, because the other bull was just squeaky. And
Yeah.
I'm like, cross this whole thing to play with him. Or,
Right.
what do we do? So this bull cracked off, and he had that at the end. I'm like, that's usually big enough for me around here.
Especially from 10 feet.
Yeah. I think he's probably done, but let's just give him 5 more.
Yeah.
And myself, maybe 5 more. Come here, though.
Can I?
Stand where I'm standing. Like, put your toes where mine are. See, okay, where are we? This stick and this stick. In there is my hole. And then there's another stick that comes up from this log. I almost shot him there, but there, like,
Just all that.
luckily I had a conscious moment. And I was like, there's that stick, there's that limb that comes down.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do it. Maybe I even almost shot him over there too. And I was like, this is the last. If he got by there.
Well, when he was coming right here, I was like, I thought he would go maybe up a little bit more, and he just started, coming this way. I'm like, oh, you're too close.
Yeah. If he got past this whole ball game was.
Yeah, that was the last seconds you had.
Got to like right where. You see more blood?
Yeah.
I didn't see one drop. That's how good of a tracker I
Yeah, I'm an elk hunter.
Anyway, I
It's
can
all right here too.
There's some on this tree, I guess. In there, yeah. There's 3. Got to hear him, like I can smell him.
Yeah.
It's gotta be right here.
Oh yeah, I can really smell
And I
it.
turned the corner.
There he is.
I still thought it was a log. 6 point. Oh
That
man.
was too fun.
I have a headache.
I do too.
I don't know what I've got. I've got too
Cold
much.
sweats.
This, I'm sure he's done, but
Yeah.
let's not have some weird accident here. Oh, that's a beautiful boy. And a beautiful shot.
6x7? God, they're so huge.
I know.
The perfect shot.
I mean, realistically, that's not perfect, but
I can't believe
at
these
10 yards.
he's living here.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just huge.
Yeah.
We walk around the woods and
almost
see no
look
elk
like-
sometimes, and then this giant thing lives in here. Whoa, that's kind of cool. A little 7th.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what
Yeah.
I say. He's got that kicker. It's amazing how much bigger they look coming to, like, his antlers.
Right.
Like, I was like, what the hell exactly did I kill?
Right.
But he looked huge.
Huge, yeah, he
I
did.
mean, by no means I'm ever disappointed in a 6 point
Right.
on a general tag, but
And maybe a new favorite call.
no, that was the Maverick.
Oh, Did you switch to the Maverick because you just needed a change of luck?
No. I really liked. So we'll just go through it now, I guess.
Yep.
I like to wad them up in this side pocket so that I can't easily put them in my mouth. But I bought one of the pitch black 3s because Phelps has like a little chart that shows you easiest like to blow, hardest to blow, what sounds they make, which is really helpful. And this was pretty close to the top, and I was like, once I use a call enough, however I call, I get really high pitched and sometimes I don't like it. So I just thought, well, I'll try this one. And out of the package I could make, I didn't think it'd be any good for cow calls, but I could make really crisper cow calls with this and really good bugles with this. This one I have to stretch it out a little ways. Like I can rip off a good bugle usually, but the cow calls like I have to use it, get it wet, real wet, and it takes a while for it to break. Like it'll go, if that makes any sense. So this one actually probably I'm gonna buy a lot more of.
That's
The
still
Maverick
reliable.
I buy like 4 of these a year for September through October. And watch this. I figured this out by accident.
It's about to be a turkey.
They're not terrible.
Multi-use.
Yeah. Let's enjoy this for just a little while.
Yes.
You're nice and warm, buddy.
Sorry about the camera angle.
You don't have a tripod.
You're just gonna have to deal with it. Oh, jeez.
Couldn't have killed him in a better spot, huh?
Yeah, this is. I mean, none of them ever really die in a great spot, but this is at least one of the worst. At least he's not tangled up in real actual deadfall to where we got to move logs and stuff. But as of yet, talking about it, I don't know what we got, but it was. I'm sure it'll all come through. That was just, close encounter and bull basically charging in. So, whole lot of fun for both of us. It's the first time Mackenzie's been with me on a bow kill. We came really close last year, but I didn't execute the shot. Didn't happen. So this year, God put one about. Never even looked. I was going to range it 8, 12, 15 tops yards from me. I knew it was top pin. That's all I needed to know. So, in the excitement, I talked to Mackenzie for a little bit, and I think to the camera, talking about how when he went through my little shooting lane, I let it go, and I think I let his shoulder clear, because really at that range, I can't say I'm super happy with that shot, as weird as that sounds. I'd have liked it to be like right here, and I just think his shoulder cleared, and by the time I looked back through my peep and executed the shot, he'd moved a couple inches, but regardless, he ran up here 30 yards, 40 yards, and died. So awesome time. I guess that's it. I don't know what else there is to say.
Yeah.
Kind of
That was
just
awesome.
rambled on just to ramble on. Got anything?
No, that was awesome.
Bye. Enjoy the pack out footage. Do you want to mention anything about baby? I almost did, but
I just don't know what to say.
yeah, it does. I mean, I'll obviously might edit it out, but
Yeah.
just add in. Me and Mackenzie haven't had a great go. Learned about miscarriage with what would have been our first child, and so I already can't do it.
I know.
My first trip to Colorado, I wasn't near as motivated as I always seem to be. The first week of September, it was hard to. At first, it was just hard to even leave, and secondly, it didn't feel right being in the woods. I just wasn't near as excited. Emotions weren't there, and so yesterday morning, I maybe you can tell on the footage, maybe you can't. Who knows how I'll edit it in, but I just knew yesterday morning was going to be magical, and we heard bugles. Just because I think in a weird way we've been blessed in so many ways and noticed so many like little signs, and so I just knew that Mackenzie's first day in the woods was just going to be awesome, and she was bleeding a little and couldn't come. That's the reason she couldn't come with me. It wasn't because she didn't want to go. And I was in elk and could have killed a cow yesterday, and just had one of those mornings in the woods you dream about where I just sprinted and was sweating like crazy until whatever it was, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So today I was hoping there was a little bit of that magic left, and it didn't really seem like it was going to happen. Early this morning I pressed too hard and did stuff just trying to force it, and I ended up making more mistakes than I did anything good, I feel like, early this morning. But luckily this guy wanted to bugle, and just God smiled down on us this morning and let us be successful. So thankful for that.
What's Garth say? With every curse there's a blessing.
Yep. With every blessing there's a curse. With every curse there's a blessing. And we've figured that to be true with as many people. We kind of made it, I guess, public knowledge of what happened to us, and been able to, first and foremost, I can't say it was to help other people purely. It was to help us first in healing and talk about it and just be open with people. There's been so many people that have messaged Mackenzie as well as myself about, you know, miscarriage stuff and what they had to go through, that I think it's helped other people too as well as us.
Yeah.
So obviously a huge curse, but the blessings that came out of it were, you know, also an important part of our lives. So all right, I'm not gonna cry anymore, I don't think. I really gotta find some new hobbies. Give me much of a neck hole this year. Is that kind of between things?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Locked into it?
It's like between your, like the pack itself
Cool.
and the frame.
Okay. See ya.
Toodles. I knew that you would beat me here. I would just like to say that walk was about triple what I thought it was going to be.
It was a ways.
Yeah, it was a long ways. Anywho, I knew you would beat me here. How did it go?
That's the most weight I've ever had on my back. Well, at one point, it was like a rodeo bull. I was walking and I had a piece of snot. Just came up and like, wow, you really got to get back.
You want to guess how temperature?
I don't think that's right, but I hope not.
73. Listen, my walk in the sun would say otherwise. It was freaking warm.
I just got, I wasn't gonna go back for one bag, so I put
Some water.
the front half into I used my brain finally, put it in the other game bag, so it all stayed.
Yeah.
So I put that in there, and then the back straps in on top and cinched it, and it kind of stayed more rectangular.
Oh, good.
But I had that cinch part that usually goes down here, right here. And I wanted to stop so bad, but I was like, you're just gonna have to just freaking eat it for a while.
How long have you been back here?
Well, I got back and I went, damn, she's not here, so now I'm worried. Like, come on. I was like, but I had to get that other meat from over there.
Yeah.
So I just moved it.
Cool.
And then as soon as I dropped it, I had to go back and get the sticks, and I could hear you.
Cool.
So I was running back so you didn't.
Yeah, no, I knew where I was
pass.
going. It was. I saw the silver truck just when I was like, I saw that truck and I'm like, ooh.
Is the horse trailer still there?
Yeah. And the flatbed guy. Toodles.